Hello and welcome to Pitt Beyond the Script alongside head coach Pat Narduzzi. I'm Casey Garrow, filling in for Rob King this week. Coach, a big win at Syracuse, 5-2 now, 2-1 in the ACC. Congratulations, I'm happy to be with you here today.
Thanks, Casey, it's good to have you here.
So Coach, you actually challenged Coach Partridge last week on your radio show to get 9 sacks, and your team did just that, and now you lead the FBS in sacks with 36 total. I mean, pretty impressive by Coach Partridge.
No doubt about it, and the linebacker group, really the entire defense, because I think anytime you're getting sacks, Casey, it's a combination of the coverage. There's sometimes you see the quarterback start to go like this, and then he's like, oh, I better not, and then he gets hit. And that's part of taking away the first read of the quarterback and then having an opportunity to hit the quarterback.
Shotgun snap, DeVito from his end zone, delayed blitz. He's going to run and be hit at the 2-yard line for the sack. The Panthers just got all around him, and it was John Morgan.
Jalen Twyman said post-game, if Coach Bates could blitz every down, he would. But you have to control that a little bit. You have to temper that blitzing. So when do you know to blitz versus staying in your run-based defense?
Well, it's stuff you look at every week. It's part of the game plan of what we do and how we do it. And pressure's great if it's a pass or maybe even a run, depending on what kind of run it is. And it's important to understand where you're blitzing from, I think. So there's all those things. That's kind of what we're in the office for during the week is preparing a game plan that's good versus a run pass and making sure you don't call it at the wrong time.
Kind of switching gears, you were able to establish the run game. You get your running backs back, both Davises, so you have your 4-back rotation. Do you like having all those options, or do you think you'll keep featuring A.J. Davis?
We like to have all the options. They all have a little different ability that I think you can use in different situations. But A.J.'s our guy right now, I think. He's the guy we trust with the ball in his hand. In the run and pass game, he's a great pass protector. I think people forget about what he does when he's blocking. The tough yards he gets and the catches out of the backfield are huge.
A.J. Davis, quick count. He gets down to the 2, first down. He's near the goal line. Touchdown! A.J. Davis, his 3rd of the season from 5 yards out.
Coach, A.J. Davis also had a great game. You were able to establish the run, his first career 100-yard rushing game with 103. You got to be pretty impressed with him.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with A.J. He had a great game, especially coming off that injury that he had for the last couple of weeks. So for his confidence to be able to come back, get that 100 yards, be able to score a touchdown, be able to have a big 3rd and 2 rush on, for 3 yards to really ice the football game. He's back, and we're looking forward to riding him here for the next few games.
Panthers 7-point lead. Pickett on 3rd and 2 lines up in an I. Second man gets the call. There's a big collision, and it's close to the first down. It is a first down. A.J. Davis, that should do it with the Panthers needing 2, getting 3.
You talk about execution all the time. You just talked about it in your presser. And there was no better execution on that trick play that you had.
Little inside toss, and now the lateral pass. Pickett wants to throw it down the field. He does. A man open. 10-5, touchdown. Wow, what a play for Pitt.
What did you see on that play?
First thing I saw was a 3 technique running through the backfield. A.J. almost didn't get that ball off, but we executed well enough to get it off. A.J. did a nice job getting it to Kenny. The thing I saw from the sideline was he was so wide open. I was like, Kenny, just get it to him. Don't fire it in there. Just lob it up there and give him an easy catch and let's score here.
And moving on to Miami, this is a tough Miami team. Their record doesn't show it, 3-3, a tough loss to Georgia Tech in overtime. But Manny Diaz is going to have this team ready to play, and Dan Enos, who you're familiar with.
No question about it. That's why we coach every week. Last week doesn't matter for them or us, and I'm sure Manny Diaz will take that approach as well. And he'll get an angry football team that'll put 11 guys on the football field, on offense, defense, and special teams every series that are going to go play hard and play tough.
And this is a great Miami defense that carries over from last year, and they rank nationally in run defense, which you just established the run. So what is the game plan moving forward to this week?
Well, we've got to look for weaknesses, and again, there's not many weaknesses on that tough defense. They're athletic all over the field. When you look at what we like to do, throw the ball, they got a great pass rush, and they got a lot of athletic guys that can cover the pass, and they execute. So we're going to have to be on our top as far as what we do in the passing game and the run game.
And Coach, you're finally home. It's been almost a month. How nice will it be back at Heinz Field in front of a homecoming crowd?
It's going to be really nice. We've, like you said, been on the road. It seems like 3 weeks because of an open date, so you still have that road taste in your mouth. But to be able to come home to our fans in Heinz Field, come out of that tunnel in Heinz will be a great opportunity for our kids.
And one more thing I wanted to touch upon, Paris Ford out for that first half, comes in, he becomes the second leading tackler on this defense. Him and DeMar Hamlin were kind of lights out. How impressed were you with them, and hopefully that carry that momentum into Miami this week.
Yeah, I'll first start talking about DeMar, Casey, because he was outstanding. He was really our defensive player of the week. Some of the PBUs he had in space, the tackling. I think one of the biggest things he had improved from a year ago to this year was his tackling. He's done that twofold. He's done an incredible job. And then Paris was, calm in the locker room. We had a coach with him the whole time, and he was really good there. Came out composed and played within the scheme and did a nice job.
And there was a video crew with him for Field Pass, and he was fired up watching that game.
I did not know, so before that field pass goes out, I'm sure I'll have a look at that videotape.
You'll see he saw that Kylan Johnson sack, and he was fired up. So it was cool to see him supporting his teammates from afar still.
No doubt about it. He's a team guy. I mean, he's one of our leaders of his football team. Our guys look up to Paris. They know he's got a lot of juice, and we're going to look forward to having 60 minutes of Paris Ford this weekend.
Yeah, well, I look forward to it too. Coach, thanks so much for sitting down with me
Thanks,
this week.
Casey. Outstanding.
There's more to come on Pitt Beyond the Script. Stick around.